Hey guys, it's not Lammers of Invoked 101, and today we're doing another ABC deck profile. Hopefully, finally the last one for a while. It seems every time I update this deck, Konami comes out with something that either buffs this deck or hits it or something like that. This latest one was Summon Sork. It's a really small change, it's not too much. Mio's in the background, she's a little sick, so if you hear coughing or anything, that's just her. But it's all good. So we're gonna actually move the extra deck off to the side. We're gonna talk about the monsters, but before we actually get into it, down in the description, there's a link to our Patreon if you guys want to support us on that. Everything you guys give us on there goes right back into the deck profiles. And there's also a link to our Discord if you want to get, if you want to talk to us and stuff. So we're going to zoom in just a touch and get right onto the monsters. So first guy up, Triple A, Triple B, and Triple C. Not really much to talk about with these guys. I've always played these guys at 3, except when A was at 1. So Assault Core, when he's sent to graveyard, you get to pick one up. B searches one union from deck, and C special summons a union from hand. And thanks to the new hand knowledge rules, I guess, you can cheat with C and make it super easy. So thanks, Konami. And then for the last unions, we're playing 2 heavy mech support armor. This guy just like, whenever he's normal summon, pick special summons one from grave, so that's really good for extending. And then we have 1 Torque Tune Gear for synchro summoning and for a 1-for-1 target. It also makes anything it's equipped to a tuner and gives stuff a 500 buff, so. Yeah, so ABCs are pretty, I think they're pretty locked into what they have now. They're pretty stock standard at this point. After that, we got triple gold and triple silver, just extenders to get your plays going. And then the last of the extenders is triple guitar and 1 mics. These guys give you an extra normal summon. You can play 2 mics if you really want to. I've thought about playing 2 mics, but just haven't. And then lastly, for the hand traps, I'm only playing 2 Valor. You can play more hand traps if you really want to. Honestly, you could cut either one each of the pieces and play like 3 Ash, or you could cut 1 each of the gadget and then play that. So yeah, but this is just what I'm rocking. That's it for the monsters. Like, there's like barely any monsters in this deck. I'm just kidding. It's pretty balanced. Triple hanger for the search and also for the deck equip. This is what runs the deck, unfortunately. Kind of sucks. 2 terraforming. It kind of sucks that the deck runs on Union Hanger. It really does mean that you need your the field spell. But after that, we got triple Called by the Grave. This deck is really slow and really clunky, and it does lose to Effect Veiler, so this is what that's for. After that, we got double Magnet Reverse. This is for the Called by the Grave because this card is still super prevalent. This basically just revives your ABC if he gets Called by the Grave. And then for the one-up spells, 1-for-1 for the Torque Tune Gear, 1 Regeki, and I just flung a card, 1 Monster Reborn. And that's it. That's all that we got for the spells. And then for the traps, just a Solemn package, double strike and 1 judgment. It's a pretty small one. But yeah, that's it. That's it for the main deck. If you guys want a more in-depth look at this, I have plenty of ABC deck profiles, and I go a bit more in-depth with some of the choices in the deck. So if you guys want to check that out, the other ABC deck profiles will suffice. But this one, the extra deck is where this deck really does shine. So we're still playing triple A, B, and C, or ABC, because you can still make him. You can still make double ABC. The main reason we play 3 is because you're constantly tagging this guy out. After that, we play 1 Borreload Savage. Savage ABCs don't function as much as they should anymore, and in fact, I'm pretty sure the combo that made there was a 2-card combo that made this and this on turn 1, along with a Link monster, and I'm pretty sure that combo's dead without Summon Sorceress because it's just too important to the play. So Savage ABCs sadly are dead, but you still can play Savage Dragon in this deck, and it's still pretty effective. And then for XZs, we got a Tornado Dragon for the pop, a Gear Giant for extra searches, usually for the guitar, and then 1 Gaga Cowboy for when we're in time. And that's it for the old mechanics. As for the new ones, we have Claw and Rushka for when we go second. This is a 1-card ABC with, if you have like Union Hanger makes turns this. It's like a normal summon a B, equip a C or an A or something like that, and then you link this away, and then like you get to make ABC turn 1. It's pretty crazy. And then we have Cerberus and Phoenix for the monster pop and the back row pop as well. Like, and then we have the card that is kind of the savior of the deck, which is Platinum Gadget. This deck does help make more plays, or this card does help this deck make more plays, but it is still pretty hindered by the lack of summon sources. But Platinum Gadget is able to special summon a level 4 or lower machine from your hand to a zone it points to. But he himself cannot be used as link material, but that's alright, that's usually not a problem. Very good card, super great to add to the deck, and just a very nice extender as it does potentially unbrick you, it can just keep your plays going, and it has nice arrows for a link too, so pretty good. It's also 1600, which is kind of big for a link too. I mean, we have Phoenix who has 1900, but you know, he's as big as Phoenix, or Cerberus, so pretty good. And then we also have Cleafort Genius, standard for ABCs, Nightmare Griffin. This is probably going to come out of the deck just as time goes on, so that's not as good. One Borreload because Borreload is really good, and then one Saryuja because this deck really does love Saryuja and getting the extra special summons. It can, like, ABCs are really weird because they're a kind of clunky and slow deck, but they can make Saryuja and like they can make him pretty quickly, which is pretty interesting to me. That like a deck as clunky as ABCs like consistently makes Saryuja. So, but that's it. That's it for the deck. That's all there is. Don't even think this video is 10 minutes, but that's all right. Anyways, I want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Is there a better way to build ABCs? Because this, as far as I know, this is about as good as they're gonna get, and I honestly have no problems with this deck. I actually quite enjoy the way my ABCs play. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. I'd really like to hear your thoughts. Again, down in the description, there's a link to our Patreon. There's a link to our Discord if you guys want to back us or support us in any way. There's those, and then I will see you guys in the next video.